Hello, this is J.N.S, and thanks for tuning in. And I really want to cover this topic on Ryan Garcia. And so, as we know, the brother has been making some claims out here. He's been going through a lot, and um, it's heavy stuff that he's trying to talk about. And so the title of the video is he speaking truth to power, or is he having a nervous breakdown? And we're gonna unpack this, because this is a very serious topic to me. This is something that in terms of the implications of what he's saying, but also what other people have been trying to say for years that don't have his influence. And so let's go straight into it. We're just going to briefly review some of the things that, some of the claims that he made, some of the things that he said. Then I'm going to give my commentary, and I'm also going to draw parallels, because it's going to be a lot more of you humans going on rants like this. It's for a very, very specific reason. Okay. And so when we see what happened with Ryan Garcia, him waking up from, people say whether it's his MK Ultra or him his crown chakra exploding. It's multiple things that has happened to this brother, and he is spilling the tea. He's telling us what has happened, and it was very erratic in terms of like how he's going on the internet and just, because I have done this before, so I know what it looks like. There's screenshots probably of me saying going off in a certain similar manner, and what people will feel is manic. He's having a manic. Oh, it's a breakdown. Not at all. And so I'll go into details of what's going on with him. I personally do not think he is mentally ill, anything of the sort, not even fucking remotely. And let's go through what he said. And so these tweets are now deleted. Obviously, when I was going through my situation in 2022 and in 2023, same tweet, same similar stuff. All my stuff is deleted as well. Some of it was by my own doing, and some of it was above my pay grade in terms of it being deleted. And some of the stuff I was spilling, that stuff is classified. And I know that is the stuff I was saying back then it's going to come to pass. It's already coming to pass. But with Ryan Garcia, he's trying to tell us something as well. So let's take a look. I wonder if I can make this bigger. Can you guys see it? But let's see and just play it. Somebody, he deleted this stuff, but obviously people what's it called? Screen record.
Of course I can.
Let me mute this. But he was like, I wonder if I can play the clip from when he was with Andrew Tate. But pretty much he was saying that the elites had tied him, and took him to Bohemian Grove, and they had tied him and made him watch tape, recording or videos of innocent children being being done wrong, the SA. And so he said that he was on Andrew Tate. I want to play it, but I don't know if I get like copyright or whatnot. But he was telling Andrew Tate this. Andrew Tate started to get real nervous, and he was like, they can't touch me, they can't do that to me. And Andrew Tate was like, oh, I can assure you they can touch you. It depends. So I'll say that's what I'll tell Andrew Tate. It depends. It really does depend. And then Ryan Garcia was like, no, I'm a god. And he was like, they're doing this to little kids, man. Of course I'm going to flip. Like, I can't believe they're doing this to babies. And then he proceeded to go on Twitter and just, tweet sporadically or erratically, or where people thought he was having a manic episode. And he's not. This is just somebody's crown chakra who exploded, and they it's not like a quantum entanglement session, I would say, but they are able to see through the matrix. It breaks, and his programming broke pretty much, and it was probably a repressed memory, because sometimes you'll go through an experience and you can forget it, because they'll give you a certain drug to help you forget the event, or scare you into not speaking out. And so I believe that situation happened, and that they was trying to, they probably did show him that. The thing is, it was probably under an MK Ultra ritual, and so he didn't either remember it exactly, or he was either too scared. Because I know what this feels like. I know like being too scared to speak out or whatever. I never have no situation like that where seeing no little kids or nothing like that. So I'm not trying to say that, but I'm saying the spirit of what an MK Ultra ritual looks like in terms of breaking that spell, in terms of breaking your programming, and how it looks like when if you go on Twitter. I mean, clearly this is what happened to this brother, and so I don't doubt that happened to him as far as what he saw. Because how would he know that? That's such an intricate. That's just an intricate story. Like nobody just makes up shit like that. Like it's some truth in it, even if it is he got all the memories are mixed up, you know. Uh, and you know, and I don't think I just don't think it, I think that there is some truth to what he's saying. I do. I don't think it's a publicity stunt. What do we get out of this? His career they could potentially cancel that fight because they're trying to say he's mentally ill. This is what is public. Matter of fact, let's look at what's published right here. Look. They are literally Ryan Garcia shift gears, but is it too late? This is a subliminal threat. Look how they write in this stuff. To focus on Devin Hanley fight after concerning. See, look at this. Another bizarre Twitter rant as he labels Elon Musk. Crown of Thorns. Fans believe he has been mined. You know, Garcia claims elites. See, look at this. USA Today, Ryan Garcia's bizarre claims fuel questions about David Haney fight. So they trying to bizarre. They're using the word bizarre. Questions. You know, so the media is not. This is not about to take him to another level. For those who are thinking like, oh, he's just doing this as a publicity stunt. This is not good fucking publicity, and that you can't not say in this situation all publicity is good publicity. This nigga is exposing very powerful systems in place. He's talking about what they're doing to little kids and naming a secret society and naming, you know, a specific location, Bohemian Grove. How is that? How is he going to get any fame off of this? He's already famous. What does he gain out of this? So that, to me, and it's not. I don't. So to me, that immediately makes me think, okay, he's not the first person to say these things. There have been so many victims of MK Ultra coming forward talking about satanic ritual abuse. So many victims, if they not a victim of MK Ultra, victim of Hollywood, SRA families, secret society families that practice SRA, which is satanic ritual abuse. It's been hundreds of people that come forward and nobody believes them, saying the exact same shit, saying all types of, saying the exact same thing that Ryan Garcia was saying. They may not have named that specific location, but they named the exact same act of what they're doing to little kids. People have come forward themselves talking about that it has happened to them when they were a kid. Nobody believed them. Black baby girls, white baby girls, all types of girls, males and females, coming forward saying that these things had happened to them and they was taken and they saw. Oh, come on, man. So everybody just lying, everybody just making up shit. No, I think that this shit happened. I think that they really did do that to him, and I think that his programming broke, because he was experiencing an explosion of the crown chakra, and this could happen also through trauma, but also through sometimes your spirit guides, they do it for you because they want to wake your ass up because it's time. We are in the end times of this paradigm, of this narrative, the narrative of deception, of low vibration, exploitation, abuse. We are in those end times. You will not be allowed to do these things anymore. And so God had the primordial mother. She, people are getting their awakening. People are getting, awakened from this matrix spell. And they're being pulled to speak the truth of things that they have saw or things that they know. And so when Ryan Garcia goes on the internet saying trying to wake us up. Now, granted, when your crown chakra opens, because I'm gonna let y'all know, y'all gonna stop judging. And that's another thing. A lot of you humans that want to go when people had these moments and you say, oh, they crazy. You're gonna have your moment like this. There's gonna be millions of you. Mark my words, I'm a prophet, and I'm saying this as a prophecy. Millions of you humans are going to have the exact same experience that I had in 2022 and in 2023, and just as well as Ryan Garcia. And for those who know what happened to me, and again, I'm not a well-known public figure, but as far as the reparation space, I've had these type of moments where I had my crown chakra explode, my pineal gland open, and be able to quantum entangle. I went through quantum entanglement sessions real powerful stuff where I was seeing the future, seeing the past. I was able to see what people were doing, and I just went on Twitter. You get you be in half in the earth world and in the spirit world at the same time. It's not a manic episode. You'll be in two different realms at the same time, and then your only thing is and a lot of times you got handlers and agents around you, right? Like Ryan Garcia has handlers and agents around him. With me, I had agents around me, people that were paid off to monitor me, all that type of thing. And so when I went, though, I realized I'm trying to go to family and stuff, and I'm sitting and they gaslight, they'll gaslight you. People will, oh, you're crazy. Oh, you just had a mental. That's the first sign that they trying to cover up something. So that sometimes you do go on the internet and you just rant. You go on your rant. You go and trying to wake people up, not realizing that they are in a matrix. They are not going to understand what the fuck you're saying. They are going to label you crazy. They are too gone. They are too brainwashed by this system, and the devil has his souls. And these people are a lot of humans are NPCs, and if they're not NPCs, they are scared to speak out about what they know, and so or they're paid off to literally act like you're crazy, paid off to make it seem like you don't know what you're talking about, like AKA Alex Jones trying to play on Ryan Garcia's top. When Alex Jones know exactly what's going on with Ryan Garcia. He ain't got no damn mental illness. I can't believe Alex Jones came out and said that about it. Very disappointed. And it backfired on Alex Jones because his whole following is like, hold up, are you an agent? Are you a plant? Are you controlled opposition? That's the first thing that his following had. So that wasn't a good look for Alex Jones to get out and throw him under the bus like that. And see, they did that shit with me. And see, I'm not a public figure like Ryan Garcia. So they try to pull that, oh, she's crazy, whatever. But my shit that shit, some of that stuff is classified. Now there are people that that I would say a year ago, people they was trying to like they screenshotted the tweets, right? And they would try to use that to shame me, like, try to look what you tweeted out, Now you don't see none of that shit going on. Because most of that, a lot of that stuff I was saying in that video where I was going, I did a Twitter space when I was just in a quantum entanglement session, like in a different dimension. Again, you're in the spirit world, but you're still on planet Earth. You're still in a physical body. What do you think you're gonna sound like? It's not a manic episode though. It's what I was doing. I was prophesying, speaking in tongues, and talking with ancient ones, and they was explaining that I was seeing this shit like clear as day, and a lot of that stuff I was tweeting, especially in July of 2023 about the interdimensional beings. All that shit is coming to pass. Everything that I've been saying, and more stuff is going to come to pass. More people are going to be exposed. All types of shit is going to happen. Every prophecy that I ever given has come to pass. And so when people were trying to say, "Oh, you crazy, they can't say that shit now. Most of those tweets, people are not going to share them screenshots because it will make me a prophet. It will make me a martyr. It will make me somebody that knows what the fuck they were talking about because I was too early on stuff. And so this is the same thing with Ryan Garcia. Anybody that's trying to call him crazy, they are going to eat crow. They're going to eat crow eventually because it's going to come to pass. Like what I see is somebody that awakened from their spell, and he's in Hollywood. Like with me, I was dealing with people in politics and in Hollywood. And so you still get the same thing. And I was dealing with people in the occult, as far as bloodline that had ties to secret societies. And so I was born into a situation where I was already groomed. I was put in monarch programming. Okay. And so I had to, when I broke that, you get the same thing. But a lot of these celebrities deal with the same thing. Same with politicians. Okay. And so it's the same thing. It's sometimes it is the average American citizen that can also be a victim of this. Some of you come from satanic families, unfortunately. Your parents and they took vows and pacts, made contracts with certain entities or whatever and got you involved in shit that's above your pay grade. You don't even know nothing about it. You don't even know. And you caught up and they put you in satanic ritual abuse. And next thing you know, you go through a process, you live in your life or whatnot. And then for whatever reason, your crown chakra, this is going to be happening to a lot of humans, whether you was in SRA or not, whether you faced satanic ritual abuse or not, whether you were MK Ultra or not, most of you are in the matrix. And what's going to happen to millions of you is the same thing that's happening with Ryan Garcia. You're going to be out on the internet, half in the spirit realm, in another dimension and on planet Earth, doing the same exact shit, trying to tell your story and tell humans prophecies and tell people the truth of what's going on. And so the good thing about this is that people like me and people like Ryan Garcia and people like Cat Williams and all these other people that are trying to warn you for years, we're going to be vindicated. And I bet you're going to take more kindness and compassion when you see it happen to other people, because it's going to happen to random humans, by the way. As far as this crown chakra explosion, this is different than a kundalini awakening. We're in a different age now, and because of this the slumber, and because of the stagnation of some of, how do we say this, God's chosen, in terms of them not waking up fast enough, what's happening now, you can mark my words in this, what's happening now is that humans, and even those who are disguised as humans, you are getting a blitzkrieg. What is blitzkrieg? Lightning. You're getting a lightning bolt form of awakening, where that means it's just sudden. It hits, boom. There is no warning. There is no, oh, you got to meditate for 10, 20 years and, get your awakening, and, how you had to meditate and do the kundalini and the tantra and go in a cave, train under a monk. No, them days is fucking over. Y'all, you humans, y'all gonna be getting boom, right, knocked upside your head. Yes, indeed. It's gonna happen so quickly. And that's just the day and age that we are in, because we are switching into a new paradigm. People say it's 3D 5D split is much more intricate than that. It is much more intricate than that, but for the simple versions, for the humans, maybe that is the best way to tell them. It's 3D 5D split. I said in July 2023 in a quantum entanglement session that God was splitting these IPUs based on silos of consciousness, based on resonance. And wherever you fit in is where you fit in. It would be considerably hard to quantumly based on if you get locked into the 3D realm, 4D realm, 5D realm. And to be honest, you can ascend and descend at will, depending on your level of frequency and awareness. And it is okay to do that, especially like say if you're a 7D being that want to go help someone in a 3D being, in the 3D realm. Same with 5D. There are, I know for a fact that there are beings from higher dimensions that came to help my ass when I was in 3D programming, 3D hell matrix, pretty much. and so, this idea that it's just this split, and it's just is either one or the other. Yes, that is true. There is breaking off from silos of consciousness and interdimensionality, but it's not so static. And there is processing, it's cyclical, so it's not so much linear. The issue that I have with the 3D 5D split paradigm is that it just seems like very dichotomous and linear, still this patriarchal, this very masculine way of looking at the world. And that's not, we're going into the age of divine feminine, so it won't be like that. We're dealing with spirals mainly, not the sacred geometry of like a Metatron's cube, or we're dealing with new geometry. Okay, we're dealing with new symbols here. You think of the Fibonacci, but on steroids. Okay, because we crafting new patterns and new symbols out of the way the universe was. Like, this is literally changing the laws of the universe. But nonetheless, back to what Ryan Garcia is going through. So my point is, God has to use this blitzkrieg lightning bolt awakening method technique now. This is a very feminine version of this, right? Normally the masculine version, this is the age of divine feminine. Back in the day, you had to go study under, you become a gnostic, and you got to study in the cave for the years and years to get this awakening, this grand enlightenment of opening the crown chakra and the kundalini. Them days are done. And I'm speaking as a primordial. I'm telling you, we're doing lightning bolt. It's kind of like a lightning bolt tantra, but it's there's no sex involved. Okay, if you guys, there's a very esoteric school of thought called lightning bolt tantra, where it's the fastest way for enlightenment, but it's the most dangerous. And so we're using a variation of that technique, because based on for certain people who chose to come in this realm under a very specific contract or energy, rather. Sometimes it's not a contract, but sometimes it's being born into a certain bloodline, right? And so it was already pre-known or predestined that you will go through certain set of shit. Like, it's a lot of people that whose family bloodlines have generational occultic pacts on them, there's a lot of people that are in family members that's born in secret societies. I'm pretty sure Ryan Garcia comes from a Masonic bloodline. Just the way he's. I can almost guarantee it 100%. I won't be shocked if he came forward and said, "Oh, my family, you know." But for those type of beings, there are certain ones uh, who are still quote unquote these chosen ones, and so they are based on the monarch program that they may have went through, SRA that they may have went through, or even just life situations. They are getting this lightning bolt awakening where it just turns on. It's like turning on a switch, like bloop, turn on a switch and just let it rip. And so that is what God is doing to humans on this planet in 2020. Started in 2019, believe it or not, ramped up in 2022. They were messing around with the CERN machine. That their agenda for the CERN machine did not pan out. That is why it is turned off. Because what they thought that they were ushering in the hell gates and opening the portals of the hells and all. No, they opened up multiple portals. They opened up a portal that was that they knew. Here's the thing: the ancient ones, they knew what was going on with the CERN. Like I'm talking about, like the Tahudis, Tiamats, the Rishkagals, very ancient entities who have been disappointed on how their teachings have been bastardized or what's been going on this planet. So they were waiting. They knew this was, again, these entities are ancient where they can see the future. And so they knew at the time, at what day, what portal, based on astrological events, also when to come in through here. And so what the powers that be felt like they were opening up the CERN. This was in August of 2022. I remember this very clearly because I was the one that had to be the vessel to carry all that energy. Then they shut the CERN fucking machine down. But they had opened it up or whatever in August 2022, and it got a nice little surprise because they thought they was about to usher in hell on earth and Satan and all that stuff, and it was like, no, what are you doing? And so some very powerful old primordial deities was able to get through, and they have a different agenda. They're like, yeah, you misinterpreted my text, or you misinterpreted our text, or that's not what we think. That's not how we really wrote. Because they've had, like, if you look at CERN, they had the Shiva at front, right? Oh gosh, they did bastardize Shiva's teachings, and Shiva the destroyer. They messed up that. You know what I mean? It's like very westernized, bastardized concepts of very ancient primordial energies that they honestly don't understand. And so they have the whole world not understanding these energies. They themselves at the top, at the highest levels that try to run this system, don't understand those energies. And I'm saying that quite emphatically. I don't care how mad they get. They try to monitor and do DEWs on me or try to shut me up. No, they don't understand. Particularly when they were trying to open up this portal, usher in Shiva, to usher in Kali. Oh, they came through. They just they don't align with the agenda that the elites have. Particularly, we know, with the trafficking of the kids and all these things they're doing to these children. They don't think like that. They never did. It was always somebody that bastardized those teachings. It was not something that was ever approved of. I don't care what. Here's the thing. You know how people impersonate celebrities and they'll make a fake social media account? Just follow me for a second. You know how, like, you'll look, like, say you type in Beyonce, whatever, and all these fake social media accounts will pop up. I think it got a little better, but remember on Twitter where you could just type in. Matter of fact, let's do it. I'm going to keep this and I'm going to open up something else, but I just want to give you an example of how it works in the spiritual realm. Just follow me because I want to show you what's been happening in the spiritual realm. I wrote about this in a book, actually. In my upcoming. Let me just type in. Let's just type in Beyonce. Let's just do a very popular celebrity. Let's look at people. Let's see. Okay. And so you'll see, like, you see all the Beyonce Web, Beyonce Legion, Beyonce Access, Beyonce on Spotify, Shop Beyonce, Beyonce Press, Beyonce News. Do you see this? These are like fake accounts in Beyonce World, or some of this is egregores of. So the Beyonce fans, that's probably legitimate. That's something that she probably is aware of. But some of these people are using her name and they have no connection to this Beyonce. Beyonce's sister. You get what I'm saying. And so technically that would be In the spiritual realm, you have homunculus deities that that pretend to be certain deities. They pretend to be certain gods, and they're considerably more powerful than humans. They're considerably more powerful than various species, and so they are good at tricking. They're deceptive, and so just like you see I'm just giving you an example of how you see somebody that will come up with a fake Beyonce account. It's the same thing in the spiritual realm. Somebody could pose like an entity that is more powerful than a human. It can easily say that, oh, I'm Shiva, I'm the destroyer, and I need you to sacrifice blah 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 blah. I need blood blah 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 in order to give you the. And there's very transactional deities, so they probably can't. It's a homunculus deity, but they can give you certain fame or fortune. You can't you given an extraction of power. They can give you something because they're already more intelligent than you. They have more power than you, but they're not Shiva. They're not like the real Shiva. But an entity can come and say, "Oh, I'm Lucifer," and you're really thinking that's the real Lucifer because they have more knowledge than you, they have more intelligence than you, or they're able to channel and they have this body of knowledge that is similar that they misinterpreted, but it get passed though. You don't know any better. You do this. This is what's happening in the spiritual realm. And so now the real deals, the real actual primordial energies, these real energies are floodgating this planet, the real energies. And they did this with so many entities. It's not even funny. Kali and Shiva, I know, are ones that unfortunately they bear the brunt of a lot of imposter deities, which I'm on the spiritual realm. They are called homunculus deities. Now this is different from having an octave, and I explain this in the book. It's very different than having an octave of a god. Being an octave of a god would be something of where that god is aware that they had created that octave. So an example of that is Vishnu and his avatars. The avatars of Vishnu, those octaves. That's very much aware that that energy, that archetype is very much aware that there are octaves of themselves. That is not an imposter energy. That is not a homunculus deity. We're talking about a homunculus, old, ancient, as primordial. It could be a spirit or a demon or however you. And they go and they realize they come to this dimension and realize that humans are so behind, and they are, but they're more intelligent than humans. They have more powers than humans. They have more connected to the psychoastral realm, and they're considerably more powerful. And they could just say, hey guys, I'm Shiva. Or hey guys, because they know you got certain texts down here, right? They know you got Hindu texts, Buddhist texts, Judaism, Jewish texts. They can just come down here and say they anybody. You're gonna believe them because you go see them doing all types of shit. Then what? You go and follow them, and then they tell you to do stuff that is against your human nature, so that you can get fame or that you can get fortune if you just sign this contract and pact, and then the rest is history. They tell you, look, we give you fame and fortune. You got to sacrifice to die. Did that sound like anything a high level enlightened being would even make anybody do? No. And so you see Ryan Garcia try to talk about them contracts, and you didn't sell your soul to say you can't sell your soul. This is real shit. This is what he was. As I'm telling you, he was in the spiritual realm, seeing. He was in the spiritual realm, but still on planet Earth in a physical body, and he was saying all this stuff. And he was like, "I got you. I know how that feels. I know how to have. I know what it feels like when you have moments like that, when your crown chakra is completely just split open, and you are in two different realms at once. I know what that feels like. So that's why I have no judgment towards him when he's trying to tell us things. But what I'm saying when it comes to the elites, because I did go on a tangent a bit. When I'm talking about how they didn't understand the teachings of certain entities, and they were dealing with imposter entities, and then misinterpret those teachings and bastardize this whole world, turned this whole world upside down. And some of it was purposeful. Some of it was purposeful. Don't get me wrong. It's not like these elites were so innocent and they didn't know any better. No, some of this shit was purposeful. They like how Ryan Garcia is trying to tell us about what's happening with them kids and them sacrifice with them kids and stuff. What they doing to them kids? Yeah, there are deities and entities that the elites are in contract with that require that for power. But what I'm saying is the entities that are getting the slack for that, those are homunculus. Those are not high level beings. Obviously, any entity that would require that can't be about shit. Anytime an entity requires something to happen to innocent children, or they need a sacrifice, or they need blood and all that to give you something as humans. And I'm telling you, humans, that now y'all can continue to go. That whole system is dying. That whole system is being obliterated. And Brian Garcia is trying to warn you guys about that. That's pretty much all he's trying to do. You just can't see it because y'all want to hurry up and call him crazy because they scared this shit's getting out. The same shit I was trying to tell when I was talking about blood sacrifice in 2022, but they was trying to do to me. And everybody tried to say, oh, Kylie just went crazy. No, hell no. Everything I'm saying is coming to pass. Then soon Kanye West says the same thing a couple months later. And I could pull that video up. They can't delete that because you can't delete a Twitter space from when I was in 2022. But all the tweets are deleted when I was trying to tell what was going on with me. Then all of a sudden, Kanye West comes out and tell the world, yeah, they doing this to people. They sacrificing people. And then Ryan Garcia is trying to tell you what they do to babies. There's been so many. And now celebrities are speaking out on it. But it was a time where it used to be so many of us trying to come forward, but we were not well known. And then the easiest thing to do was to just throw a crazy jacket on your ass and just push you and keep it moving. Because this is what the secret societies would do. They just say, oh, her programming broke, the MK Ultra broke, the shit not working no more. They speak to God. Because sometimes if you're a prophet, they do that shit to you too. She know too much, or he know too much. So he can throw the crazy jacket on them, discredit them, blacklist their ass, and just start to put them in a targeted harassment program and fuck up their life, their money, or whatever, because they know too much. This is what they're trying to do to people. And so what I'm saying to you is that this is what's happening with Ryan Garcia. They're going to try to do this to Ryan Garcia. What's the big kicker here is the plans for this planet is that there's going to be millions of humans that go through this. That's the prophecy. Millions are going to wake up from the same situation. You're going to be in the spirit world and in this earth world, and you're going to be able to see things in your bloodline. I was able to see 1,000 years of my bloodline. You're going to see very specific ancestors come to you. Very spiritual moments that you'll have. Some of you will be able to talk to God like how I can. Some of you will be able to literally see, it will get real. It will get very real. Sometimes very powerful deities will speak to you. Angels will speak to you. Sometimes it'll just be angels. Sometimes you'll see to some of the underworld entities. It depends on what's in your bloodline, but all of this is a process because of the light codes awakening, light codes being forced open, dormanted DNA being forced open. DNA has memory. And when we talk about like the ancestors, your ancestors are within your epigenetics. They are within your DNA. And so with Ryan Garcia trying to tell us about, hey, you can't sell your soul to Satan. Remember he was saying that? He was like, that contracts that you signed, don't worry about it. Because he's trying to tell, it's the same shit that I was trying to tell people about. I was talking the same way. That's how I know what it looks like. I was seeing contracts. In 2022, and I know I told you guys about when I was on the phone with a friend for 19 hours, and I was seeing contracts. And she remember this. I know she do. I was seeing people's literal soul contracts, literally. People in my family, people that, was trying to sacrifice me, people that was trying to do things to me. And sometimes it was just, at that time I was in a reparation space. So I was seeing a contract. I was like seeing shit. I was seeing like who, I could literally see these contracts. And I remember telling certain people like, okay, the contracts that y'all signed to, that them contracts have been given over to another entity. And of course, if you talking like that, you're going to sound like, oh, my shit, that person just crazy. Oh, what the fuck? But it's real shit. People on this planet have made pacts and oaths to certain homunculus deities in a very illegal sense. So when Ryan Garcia is trying to tell y'all, you can't sell your soul to Satan or whatever, it's illegal. You can make pacts and binds and stuff like that. You can sell your energy marker. Now, he says it's not yours to sell because it belongs to God. That is a loophole out of it. That's one of the loopholes. That's not going to work for everybody. Because if you have to actually believe, you have to actually have God within you. Like, how long has this been going on? How long has that, how separated are you? If you are not separated, it's like, say if you are aware that of the idea that he's proposing, that Ryan Garcia, when he says, I'll be a lawyer and I'll get you out of it. He's talking about being an intercessor between the spirit realm and heaven and in the underworld, and between these homunculus deity, which is they're illegal. They have an illegal existence. They only survive off of the parasitic nature of sucking of the human soul, and then the Godhead. So he's like, I'll be a lawyer. I'll intercede. I'll speak on your behalf. It's not your soul to sell. Yeah, you can only say that if that person has a conception of the belief of that God, or even the God within any of the God that creates souls in the first place, the primordial, the chaos intelligence realm. Where my protection comes from, the Godhead. And so some of us have that protection. Ryan Garcia, from what I'm seeing, he looks like he's one of the ones that have that sort of protection, just like Kanye West does. Kanye West could be replaced. People say he's replaced or whatever. Even if he was, wherever he went, as far as his consciousness, his original, he would still be good, from what I'm getting. And even to say like these little, even if he was like replaced like a clone, like they trying to say, that motherfucker gonna break too. Yeah, they ain't gonna be able to control that one either. He can't control the certain energies is so powerful. He's one of them. And so this is what Ryan Garcia is trying to tell humans on an esoteric level. This man is literally in the spiritual realm while on planet Earth trying to make sense of things and trying to you come off like you're having a manic episode. I understand that, but he's not crazy at all. I know exactly what he's talking about, because I've seen the same thing he's talking about, and I have the proof of what I was talking about. I was talking about contracts and talking about all that. Like I'm telling you, I saw the same stuff. I was on the phone with people saying, "I seen your contract. I seen your soul contract," and they think, "Oh shit," and they locked my ass up the next day behind that. They tried to kill my motherfucking ass. Did the MK Ultra ritual, death rituals, death spells. They had all types of covens attack my ass after that, because I was seeing too much, as I know too much. I know too much right now. But when he's talking about that, and he's trying to tell them people like, there's a way out, because there's a lot of people that want out them damn contracts. A lot of people didn't know what the fuck they was getting into, and they realized they got to do the bidding of some weirdo ass demon that's posing, that's not even the real deal. That essentially lied to them. A lot of them did lie. Believe it or not, like some of the guardian energies of the earth, ancient guardian earth messengers. I'll just say that earth messengers. They don't have interest in doing. They will not. They are not the type of entity to say, "Oh, if you give me this, or if you sacrifice this, you give me this, I'm going to give you fame and fortune. I'm going to give you material." Those them energies are so high level. They know it's an illusion. They'll teach you how to break out of this illusionary Maya realm. If anything, the real ones. It has to be a fake. Come on, it's very obvious to me that it's a very fake entity. Fake entity that would require that. And that's the entity that's real as Hollywood, sports, and fucking politics. And so to me, I know intuitively that there's something, and not even just intuitively, but my conversations with God and my conversations with some of the real primordial energies, earth guardians, the real original energies that are being impostered, being bastardized. They kind of look like, what the fuck is going on down here? And even some of the higher level species that are down here as well. It is mind boggling as to what the hell is going on down here. And so it is very obvious that something is wrong, that this matrix it's collapsed. The matrix is collapsed. But it is very obvious that the systems that are down here are wrong, backwards. Something is twisted. Information is twisted. Somebody lied about something. There's deception. There is something clearly going wrong here. Anytime, if you're paying for bottled water, you're paying for electricity, you're paying for water, you're working a 9 to 5. Yeah, they say Earth is hell. Earth don't have to be hell. Who told? Like, somebody hijacked the system. Somebody, very powerful entities were able to get control of it. People say it was the Anunnaki, the reptilian, it's the Greys, it's whatever. It's interdimensional beings, fallen angels, whatever, how you want to look at it. Nephilim. It's a lot deeper than all of that. All that stuff has credence, but again, it's still not correct information. And then you can say that that's subjective, but the bottom line is that you should know that it's ran interdimensionally, and that somehow there were some gates put up around this electromagnetic grid, around this dimension Earth, and that some powerful but not so intelligent homunculus deities were able to get control of the mainframe of the matrix and control it for a certain period of time. This was allowed. This is a free will planet, so whether it's 6,000 years, 1,000 years, however, they've been in control. Their time is up now. That treaty has ended. I have literally emailed people saying that, this dimension, the treaties of this dimension, I was able to see this stuff in the spiritual realm. It's done. It's ended. We're going into a new paradigm. That I do know. And this is the paradigm of whether we say the divine feminine, Christ consciousness. It's a higher realm. Everything gets lighter. And so when we talk about the split, 3D, 5D split, we're talking about the split of silos of consciousness. It's not necessarily 3D, 5D. It could be 20D. I mean, there's beings on this planet that are 20D. They run. That's how I was also in 22 lamenting to Black Americans. I did in 2023, lamenting to my own people, because I'm telling you, David Icke tried to warn people that the CIA was ran astrally from the 4D realm, and that it was interdimensional. People thought he was crazy. Now they just not believing this. I know for a fact that that man is not lying because I witnessed it myself. However, 4D is much too low. Yes, it is ran 4D as far as like the low-level secret society people. However, the beings that really, really, really run this shit, they can go up to 20D. That's how I know like this 3D, 5D thing, I don't really pay attention to because I respect it, the concept of going to 5D. I respect it because I was in a very low level. So I respect the concept of going to 5D, but I'm saying like when I got forced for my awakening, when I got my pineal gland like bloop, like a button, bloop, pop your ass, wake your ass up. I saw, whew, and you could, and I'm pretty sure people I know the government and I know people in that reparation space got screenshots of me talking about these dimensions, talking about and I said it clearly. I said this because I remember we all out, again, we in a spiritual realm, mind you. You're just in a physical body, but you're in a spiritual realm. And I remember when, like, you know how the Matrix and they showed them agents, and then I'm just giving you an example. It didn't quite look like that, but I'm just giving you an example of when Neo was in the Matrix, and then like and these agents just pop up, because they realize, oh, he's awake. Oh shit, that kind of. I'm telling you, that's what happened to me in the spiritual realm. But I knew they couldn't get past 20D. I remember when we kept shifting gears. It was like being in a spaceship and you just keep shifting gears because the universe is mental. And so you shifting gears and you go into different dimensions. And I remember clear as day, they was like after me. And I remember them, they inertia energy kept slowing down. They electromagnetic field it was getting weaker because they couldn't get past 20D. I literally tweeted that out. I said, the CIA can't get past 20D, y'all. And that was like major to me. But I remember like certain people that I know are now agents or controlled opposition in the reparation space. They started saying, oh, Kali lost it. And they kept trying. These are Black gatekeepers who are also, these are Black gatekeepers that are in secret societies who I know for a fact have certain, I ain't going to get into people's business because the shit, they try to do another assassination attempt. But pretty much, they got freaked out because they knew, okay, she woke up. Shit, the ritual, the MK Ultra broke. her programming broke. And so they went right into damage control mode, which is discredit, make the person sound crazy, make it seem like they don't know, blah, 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 that whole thing. And so I didn't know what was going on. It was a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. It was a lot when I was going through my shit in 2022. But I remember clear as they tweeted, yo, the CIA can't get past the 20D. They can't get past 20 dimension. And they couldn't. They can't. And so that was, and then I did a Twitter space talking about this stuff. That was me cueing other beings from I don't even want to go there. Other beings from other dimensions that are on 45D. I know that there are beings on this planet that are at 45D currently right now and very much beyond that. And the reason why I kept saying, I guess I wanted them to know, like, okay, this is the limit of their technology, 20D. And people may say, oh, you're talking too much. My thing is, it's already out there. This shit, I already said it 2 years ago. It's already been studied. It's already been, they've already have a file dossier. They've already been monitoring my ass since I was 22 years old. They've been monitoring me for a long time. I've told y'all about me being in a ward of the state. It's probably went on much longer than that. So they have this, none of this stuff that I'm saying. If you say, oh, you're talking too much, you're scared. It's already been out. It's already out there. The Twitter space is already still out there. So what's going, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why people be like, oh, you shouldn't say these things out loud or you shouldn't talk about it in public. But I'm just saying, like, it seems to me now that it was like, that was so important for me to like talk about like these dimensions back then, because I was like, I remember us just going in different, it was like shifting gears, like you in a spaceship and you got to go to another level, like boom, and you just moving, you know, and this is astrally, of course. This is astral travel, astral projection, whatever. For those who want to say, oh, that's not true, test my thoroughness. I'll put up a document right now from the Department of Defense admitting that astral travel and remote viewing is real. And it was just released to the public. And it's from, you can go on CIA.gov and see this for yourself. So let's not go there. And so it is real. Very much called gateway processing. Gateway process is a project of this. It's called Stargate Project. Go look this up on the internet right now. It'll come up. And I shared it on my channel already from the Department of Defense. And so this shit is real, and that's what happened to me. And they did try to kill my ass and lock my ass up after that happened, because I was doing the same thing, talking about the dimensions, talking about the contracts, and talking about oh man, for 19 hours talking about behind the scenes. You guys didn't see this part, but behind the scenes talking about giving a very specific message from Lord have mercy. But it got real. I was talking about the different octaves of Lucifer, because that is the being that was given credence to rule on planet Earth. But however, there are homunculus deities of Lucifer and octaves of Lucifer currently on this planet. The ones that run Hollywood and politics and Earth Matrix. That is the homunculus deity version of Lucifer, who people call Satan. That's just obvious. I don't know. Like, I know this stuff was kept secret from people. I know it's supposed to be a secret or whatever, and humans are not supposed to know. But it is in front of us. Like it doesn't take much to put the information together. And for those of us that get tuned in, we get very spiritual. We would get revealed that information. I was revealed that information, and the rest is history. And it was very much shown to me that this reign is done. In times. That's why I was on Twitter about the tribe of Judah and Black Americans need to wake up, the Judah and all that stuff. This stuff is out there, and they got really scared. My people did turn on me because they got scared. Some of them they admit it. Like I was talking to certain family members, and they said, I it's not that I didn't believe you. I just got scared for my life to be around you. I got scared. I didn't want what was going. I thought they thought they was gonna kill. They knew they was like, oh, they gonna kill that girl. That's done. She done. She revealing way too much, and so people were scared to be around me. People had signed up to sell me out. Like. It got real. And I had to deal with a lot of that stuff. I had to deal with a lot of that. And nonetheless, a lot of us, again, people like Ryan Garcia, people like me, people that have been trying to, we get this blitzkrieg awakening. We are kind of chosen for that. And so we can handle like what I was going through. Like I could handle that. It was a lot. It was a lot. And so that's why you see me speaking out for Ryan Garcia, because I don't think this man is crazy at all. I think he had the blitzkrieg awakening because, and again, millions of you are going to get that experience. And guess what? You're not going to be calling people crazy much further. You're not going to be trying to write people off much further, because it's going to happen to you. Then what? What happens when you're in the spiritual realm and you seeing soul contracts and seeing different angels talk to you, give you information, and gods give you information and go into different dimensions? What happens when it's your motherfucking ass it's going to happen to? But then what? And then you can't really, I'm telling you, that feeling, you really do feel like a god. For one, when he's talking about, I was saying the exact same thing. That's why I don't think he's crazy at all. I know what the feeling feels like. When he was saying, I'm a god, they can't come after me. I was saying that same shit straight on the phone. Didn't care who said it, who heard it. I'm a god. I know what he was feeling like. And how Andrew Tate was getting nervous, telling him, they can touch you. People had said that to me too. No, the fuck they can't. And he's like, no, they can't. I know what I would say the exact same stuff. I know what that feels like. That is somebody whose crown chakra was split open. And when he's saying, oh, I got you, I'm going to be your lawyer, I'm going to talk to God for you. And that shit is all spiritual. It's spirit. That's why in the average human, y'all could play dumb and act like y'all don't know what he's talking about. But a lot of you are in secret societies who have taken pacts and signed contracts to certain deities for multiple lifetimes. And so you know what he's talking about, and you've been trying to get out. You've been looking for ways out. And so he's trying to tell you what I was seeing was that stuff was transferred over. Some of it, as far as like from what I was looking at, again, when they opened that CERN machine in August 2022, there were certain very primordial energies that were able to get through this planet, chaos intelligence being as well as the Atlantean dimension. They hijacked them contracts from those deities, some of them demons. They were able to, because they was able to destroy. They're nothing to them. I mean, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? This is illegal. From a God point of view, for God, like for those of us that understand at the higher levels, it's illegal. Like when he's talking about you can't sell your soul, whatever they tried to do down here, what they was doing to feast off of humans and sacrificing children, all that stuff is illegal in the eyes of the universe. And so it was like, okay, what is this stuff with contracts and paperwork and legalese? And so from what I saw is those entities were swore. The primordial ones was like, okay, I'll take possession of this and look through it. It's pretty much an investigation going on. It's not so much they're planning on like keeping this stuff enslaved or people enslaved or whatever. From what I know, there's a very high level investigation going on. That's above the level of the Galactic Federation. It's above the level of anything that you have ever seen. This is like Judgment Day. I also have a video on my YouTube channel that is now private, but I still got the date in 2022 of me talking about judgment is here. From college, literally, I was in a quantum entanglement session, and the reason why I hit it is because the human race is not ready for that. The human race is not ready for that, but I know for a fact that I speak in ancient Babylonian angelic language, very angelic language that is not spoken anymore. And I was also saying like judgment is here in 2022. Now I could show you this. I could probably I probably will make because as more of this stuff comes out, I'm being vindicated. So I'm going to most likely make that video public again. And in 2022, and you would hear it for yourself. I played it for my friend when it came out in 2022. I said, this was God speaking through me. I could feel it. Send it to her. And she said she felt like, she knew. She's like, whoa. But you could feel like this power for, it was like it was like, whoa. And I don't think the powers that be took that lightly. I don't think like, I know how the public was like, oh, Kylie's just going in. Oh, she's crazy. I don't think the people that run this shit, I don't think they took that shit lightly at all or looked at it as crazy at all. They knew exactly what time it was. They were like, oh shit, it's going down. It's going down in the spiritual realm. It really was. And I was like, it's judgment. It's and I felt it. I'm like, it's changed forever. And I was talking about, hey guys, wake up. Wake up, Black Americans, wake up, Tribe of Judah, you gotta wake up. And they looking at me like, huh? Nigga, we watching Zeus Network. We about to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. We about to chill. We about to go on the reparations march. What the fuck are you talking about, Judah? And then we gotta wake up and talking about contracts and so is CIA. What the fuck are you talking about? So it was heavy. It was too heavy for me. But I think at like those in the no, like at the high level, I think they was like, this is some real shit. They know quantum entanglement is real. They know all that shit is real. They know astral projection is real. They know interdimensional travel is real. They know all that shit. They know interdimensional beings is real. They know portals is real. They know all about this stuff. Dragons, all that. So they took that very serious. Whereas my own people, and I think that the thing that hurts is because I know that some of my people knew I was telling the truth, but it's like either they had to take a bag to play me, blacklist me, or try to make it seem like, it was quite sad to see it play out because I knew it was Black Americans that some of them was like Judas's, that some of them wasn't on selling me out in terms of setting up assassination attempts, black magic rituals and all that. It was some of my own people involved in it. It's some of my people still involved in that now. So that's hurtful because I was, you guys know that was one of my hats that I wore, being in the space, reparation space as a scholar and researcher. I didn't never really consider myself an activist, but technically that's what I was in that space, clearly. And I just didn't know. I just thought to me, this is my life and this is my community and I would like to see better for my community. And these are the things I would like. And so I didn't know that that was considered activist work. That was also putting me on the radar of as a dissenter, someone who thinks too much, being a scholar and whatnot. But shit got real. And so I tell my story continuously. Obviously, as I'm healing from it, it's pretty recent. And then things happened in 2023 with more interdimensional travel, quantum entanglement. That time it was much more potent because that's when they really, it was like full. They did do another assassination attempt, and that's when I uncovered that it was people, unfortunately, that was in my family and whatnot, that were in on the on whatever they were just planning to do. And so I tell my story continuously because one, it's a way of healing. You heal from speaking your truth and speaking your story. And as things come out, it vindicates more and more what I was saying. It vindicates, like, this situation with Ryan Garcia is not going to be the only one. It's going to be so much more, so many more that come forward. And many of you are going to have blitzkrieg awakening. If you are on recognizance missions here, also, your epigenetics is not awakened, but say you're from a certain very powerful bloodline, the bloodline of Yeshua, the bloodlines of Mami Wada, very powerful bloodlines of certain, even if you have part Atlantean. You don't have to be full Atlantean, you can just be part. Some of you are getting blitzkrieg awakenings, which means your pineal gland will burst wide fucking open, and you will be able to access different dimensions in real time while still in a physical body. You will feel like a god. Some of you will be able to cause earthquakes and rain and thunder and all types of shit. You don't have to believe it. Some of you will become X-Men literally in one day. And they will. And if you talk about it too much, if you tell the wrong people, even some people in your family, your ass will be locked up and they will try to kill you. So be very careful. For one, what I would recommend is don't go all on the internet tweeting unless you, like, say, have influence. If you have a lot of influence like Ryan Garcia and you have some evidence, and also you're more calm, then maybe you can go on Twitter and tell your story and tell people during those moments. Most of the time you're not in a space where you are more so in a logical mindset. So you're in a spiritual mindset. So you may not be aware of that. Humans won't understand what you're talking about. And so I would say keep it to yourself. Don't tell any of your friends or family, because they may be in on, they may have a contract on your head that you don't know about. They may. And so the moment, if you start speaking like you know too much or you awaken to the spiritual realm, they may report to a higher up, or get you committed. It'd be your own family that'll try to put you in a mental hospital or get you arrested, or they'll start doing even literally they may even take you to a coven or do a ritual, death spell ritual on you. But those death spell rituals are ancient secret rituals that can get people to go crazy and kill themselves, or they'll do psychotronic rituals on you where they'll put thoughts in your head to get you to do that. Some of your parents or some of your family members are very powerful warlocks and witches, and so they'll literally be able to jump inside of your body and get you to do something ridiculous to yourself. This is what happens to a lot of MK Ultra victims if they wake up. And so that can also be something that you may deal with. That's why it's not wise to. I wouldn't go and tell friends. I made the biggest mistake of doing it. I mean, I was telling motherfuckers, oh yeah, I said we're gonna cause these earthquakes. We're gonna do all on the phone. Boom. Like, you don't do that. And so I had to learn that. I had to learn it. Very naive, and very, very gullible and excited. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I already know how Ryan was feeling when he said, "I'm a god." I know how, because I sure would say that to my family. I'm a god. You be zooted and booted, and you don't be. I was not on drugs. I was completely sober, no drinking, no drugs whatsoever. So no one can say, "Oh, you just was doing something." No, I have not done no heavy drugs. Not even, how people do the weed stuff. No, everything the only thing I did was a CBD gummy, gummy, the gummy that you get online, the legal gummy. You can't. Come on now. And at that time, I was not doing any of that. I had stopped. So, and I have not doing any drugs, no, nothing. And so they try to say, well, you just, you must have did a shroom, and I don't believe in no shroom, no, was it, no heavy nothing. I don't do no drinking, none of that no more. But at that time, I remember in 2022, yes, I was sober completely. No, the only thing I was doing at that time was CBD gummy, but I had stopped for the whole week doing CBD and drinking a wine, but I had stopped for that whole like 10 days. I hadn't to do nothing. So they can't even use that as an excuse. When things got real though, I did take some CBD. So because I was thinking like, okay, maybe it'll calm my mind down, because I do remember when they were doing like these COVID rituals and all that stuff, I did take some CBD later on, a couple of days later. But like in 2022, like when I was tweeting all like that, no, I was sober as a motherfucker. I was just in a spiritual realm. And I know what he felt I know how he felt like. And that's gonna happen to many of you. And then once you ground yourself, or I don't like the word ground yourself, grounded me, like they're grounded. But once you calm your mind down, if it has some little more tranquility and descendant interdimensionality, that's the better word, descendant interdimensionality to 3D or 4D, 5D, you get your more bearings, and you realize, oh shoot, still on planet Earth, they can't see what I see. They can't conceptualize what you can conceptualize. And so that's what Ryan is realizing now, like, oh shit. And I know that feeling. And that's why I'm like, he ain't crazy by a long shot. No. I would not put that jacket on his brother. I know exactly what it felt like. I mean, you feel like invincible. No drugs, no nothing. This is what the human spirit, like once you awaken your real Kundalini energy, and especially if it's blitzkrieg. Now that can be dangerous. It can be dangerous to blitzkrieg like that, but this is the plan that God is on. This is the energy God is on right now. There is no, we're going to ascend and you're going to study in the esoteric mystery schools for 15 years to get this experience, or you're going to either go to the left-hand path to get the experience through the darker arts. None of that. That's not the type of day that we in. It's like, your motherfucking ass is on an assignment. You was on a recognizance. You're an ascended master. You're actually an angel that came down in human earth. What are y'all doing? Why are y'all still sleeping? Why are you still stuck in this matrix? Boom, wake your motherfucking ass up. Boom, imagine somebody pointing a finger to your dad. Imagine God taking her finger and pointing her finger on your motherfucking forehead. Boom, and you just wake up and you're like, whoa. And you see in the whole universe for what it is. You see in everything for what it is. You can see in different dimensions. You can see contracts, soul contracts. You can see your real purpose, who you really are in the spiritual realm. You can see who you really, like, you can see all this shit. Then God start talking to you, and then you able to, and I mean, and people, this is not crazy. They want you to think that they want your mind locked in the 3D matrix. And I've been thinking that once you die, then you get to heaven. And once you die, then you get to talk with God, or talk with angels, or go to different dimensions, or travel to galaxies and travel to the universe. They want you to think that shit, that it can only happen after you die, or it cannot happen at all, or it's just, you have to be in this scientific, objective, empirical state of mind all the time. Or the people that run this shit, oh, they know everything I'm talking about is true. They know the people that the highest levels of the military, the highest levels of anything that you could think of that really run this shit, these warlocks and these witches, oh, they with the shits. They get busy all the time. They astral project all the motherfucking time, do all types of stuff. Telepathic communication, telekinesis, all that stuff. They want you to not know about it. And so what's happening now is we're in the end times. We're in this idea of, and judgment is honestly renewal and reconciliation. It's when we think of judgment, it's not like the ideas that we think of. Judgment is the awakening and reckoning, equilibrium, balancing of a pendulum. Boomerang is like, it's a pendulum swinging to the other side. This is what judgment is, and the pendulum swinging, and souls who have been stuck in slumber awakening. That's what judgment. And what you putting out, your ass is getting back. You reaping what you sow. That's what judgment is. And so I knew that we went to that area of this stuff was supposed to happen in 2020, 2019. COVID, I mean, pandemic happens. Everybody get locked down. You're scared. I was scared, everybody getting programmed to be scared. And then it was a lag though, because this is spiritual warfare. It's like two sides fighting. And it's like, okay, 2019, they still didn't get the message, particularly Black Americans. They still not waking up. They still on this bullshit. 2022 come. Black American messengers get sent, try to wake them up. They taken out some of our prophets. They was taking out our prophets in 2020, believe it or not. Black Americans who you think are humans, but they are much higher. You just don't know because you think they're like you. 2022, Age of Divine Feminine gets ushered in. They open that Saturn portal. Very primordial energies get through. Tahuti, Kalima, Tiamat, Shiva, all these energies, Yeshua, all of these. It was a floodgate of motherfuckers coming through this shit. Egregores of angels, egregores of legions, earth entities that were slumbered awakening. Lemurians got through. It was just like popping in August 2022, and nobody could feel it. I felt all that shit. I'm like, whoa. And that's when I woke up. Gave a warning to my people, messages to my people, prophecies to my people, and they locked my forced me to take shots of it, all types of crazy stuff to close that pineal gland, from me seeing in that spiritual realm, from me seeing what I was seeing and connecting things that I was connecting, giving them type of prophecies out. That happens. I wasn't the only one. There was other Black American women who also was having that blitzkrieg awakening, and they was locking their ass up too, or trying to kill them and drug them. And there's proof of this. Or they was attacking high-level spiritualists. They was attacking their kids and their bloodline. There's high-level priestesses in America that are not with this agenda. They're not with a satanic agenda, or whatever is going on down here. They was coming after them too. They was coming after a lot of people. And then with the males, they was doing trumped up charges, making them go crazy by giving them drugs or killing them for the males. There's a lot going on. 2023 comes. It happens again with me with the quantum entanglement. I go trying to wake people all up, and so now it's like, and again, I'm not saying I'm the only one. I can only speak on my experience from what I was seeing in the quantum realm, in the spiritual realm, and now it happened. That's why I'll talk about the chaos intelligence realm, Atlantean dimensions. If you look at some of my videos, we'll be talking about the chaos intelligence realm. This is the realm that forms galaxies. That there's entities from that realm on this planet now. I'm one of them. Again, some of us as humans, we come through a womb. We are citizens. We're not like, you were pretty much on recognizance or on a certain soul mission. It could be a contract. It could be a conjuring. You can be an egregore of a certain energy in human flesh. But you came through and descended through a human womb, a female womb, and you are on planet Earth. A lot of you humans fit in that category. You may not know it. And what I'm telling you today is that the Godhead did give clearance to certain adjutants, okay, and to certain angels on her team to go around and wake you humans up. Some of you who still have that, who are late in your awakening. I'm not gonna hold you. When that stuff popped off in 2020 with that pandemic stuff, I knew in my soul, I said, oh, time's up. I remember saying that because I had moved from New York City to Georgia, and I said, time's up. And I felt this light switch flip on planet Earth, and I saw the cabal scrambling like roaches. You know how you turn the light and the roaches scramble? I saw that in a vision in 2020. I said, what the hell was that about? But I wasn't really into none of this. I was still just doing whatever, still just in my little zone. But I remember that 2020. I remember that. And it was like, cloop, time's up. And I saw planet Earth. For the first time I felt, how they call it? Planet Earth. Planet. I felt for the first time in my life, I said, this is a fucking toy. Like a matrix. Like I just knew it was fake. I said, these systems are fake. Like I remember feeling that. And it left that feeling like of me feeling, I'm like, something fake down here. Like it felt digital. It felt like holographic. Like I realized it was simulation within a simulation. I'm like, it's a simulation within a simulation, playing that. I had felt that in 2020, but I had let it go out of my mind, and just because of the pandemic stuff come on, and that really freaked a lot of people out. So we were supposed to be waking up in 2020, a lot of us, and we didn't because we were still so much into the programming. Like, oh shoot, like Chloe, oh my gosh. We weren't stupid enough to take the, let me stop. But we was at least aware enough not to take the jibby jab. I mean, we was at least, we was like, oh, we ain't doing that. Like, we probably still was eating McDonald's and shit, but we knew not to do that. We knew not to take no jibby jab. We was still eating fried chicken, but we knew not to take no motherfucking jibby jab. We were like, nah, we knew something about the mRNA. Like, no, that's where we drew the straw, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, anything but that. Because we subconsciously knew that time. I knew that. I said, time is up. I said, it's a change of guard coming. I said, ooh. So in 2023, more entities from Atlantean dimension had touched down here for sure. Chaos intelligence beings had touched down here from the call of Tahuti. And it's on and popping. It's gonna be on and popping for the rest. It's gonna get real. I just hope y'all buckle y'all seatbelts. The good thing is, like, trying to make it seem like Ryan Garcia is crazy. No, y'all not gonna be able to do that because it's gonna be millions of humans that it happens to, and you humans that are NPCs or even that are awakening, you're not going to be quick to call other people crazy. You're not going to be quick to just write people off or dismiss people. You won't be doing that no more, because when it happens to your ass and you experience for yourself, and you're going to recognize it when you see it. You're going to be like, oh, when you see a situation like Ryan Garcia, you're like, oh, I had that situation before. I know what he's talking about. I saw that too. Or I was in a spiritual realm. I was doing interdimensional travel too. And my pineal gland has split open. But you're just going to be smarter smarter than me and smarter than Ryan, because you don't want to go online and talking about, oh, I'm a god, and because you are going to realize you're going to be able to do certain things and cause earthquakes, and you will say something, you'll say something and speak it, and you're going to see it come. You're going to say, I'm telling you. And so you don't want to be so all out there because you don't want them to come after. They will come after you. They will do coven ritual. I'm talking about 50 whole organization, 1,000 witches and warlocks that work for Satan trying to do which ritual on you, or at the worst lock your ass up, kill your ass, so be very careful. This is spiritual warfare, make no mistake about it. And so you don't want to be foolish like how I was. I'm getting wiser. And people say I'm very intelligent. People call me genius all the time, but I'm a hothead. I'm 32. Some of my ways it's still a little immature. But I'm getting better. But don't go on the internet talking, oh my God. You gonna feel it too. You gonna feel like you zooted and booted. You gonna feel like you could walk through the wall. You go feel like you could just shoot through the air and fly all around the universe, and you most likely can in your astral self. In your astral spirit body, right? But don't go talking so much about it. So that's the only thing Ryan Garcia, he's trying to tell, because he knows other people in this boat with these contracts. And it's a lot of people that want out. I'm telling you, I can see it in the spiritual realm. It's a lot of humans that's like, what the fuck did I get into with this shit? Like what did I sign? What did I do? And they want out. And so he's trying to do, I'll be a lawyer. You can't sell your, that's going to work for some people, Garcia. That's not going to work for all of them. It depends. I hope it does. I hope I'm wrong and you're right. That's all you can say and that's out and then get out. And I have to say you are on the right track, because from what I know, with that whole thing is illegal. Now that I will back him up on it. This whole idea of being able to sign energy marker, star inertia away, which is AKA your soul, that is very much fucking illegal. So that I do know. And so whatever the outcome of this investigation is, who set it up? Because for one, it's like, how did these homunculus deities get in fucking charge? Archons, how did all this happen? Who allowed it? Because this was not supposed to be going on down here on planet Earth. The system was not always set up this way. And so I know the humans are more so thinking about like religion, like, oh, we have to follow what the religious text said. No, the religious text don't give you all the information. And so they're giving you partial information. So if it's correct, sure, of course. But this was not supposed to be going down. I can tell you that from a fact. And I wrote about that in the Divine Feminine, the Queen Mothership Part 3, Age of Divine Feminine, Language of the Gods. I wrote about the conversations with these different dimensions and what they were saying. Like even the true story of certain fallen angels and whatnot. They're not giving all the information on this stuff. They were given clearance to do certain things on planet Earth, but that was not one of them. So it was like, well, who is the being that set that emotion? Because that's the being that we want their head. I won't say we want their head. We need a tribunal. I'll say that we need a fucking tribunal. Now this is spiritual tribunal. But the being that set that up, who created who created homunculus deities? You guys were given clearance to genetic splice and experimentation, sure. But who was creating the homunculus deities? We need to know the fallen angels that did that. And so right now there are spiritual tribunals that you don't know nothing about that are taking place. And getting down to the bottom of why that this whole thing got set up. How did Earth, like, come on, like our planet Earth is really in its lowest states it's ever been in terms of consciousness. That's not normal. There's a lot of mind controlled humans, mass psychosis. There's a lot of shit going on. So it's like, we need to get to the bottom of these things. We need to get to the bottom of these things. And so that's how Ryan Garcia is trying to wake humans up in his way. The thing is, he's in two different realms and he doesn't realize how off he sounds to them. So let's see what he was saying. When it happens, will you believe then? April 12th, they will kill me. They planning my death right now. And here's the thing. This is what he's saying, right? He could probably most likely feel that. Because I remember when I was on, like, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. I was doing the same thing. He could see probably a coven of probably some satanic people that's in a secret society plotting. I was able to see secret societies talking about me, plotting stuff on me. Some was even scared of me. I could see all that in the spiritual realm. He could see this shit. And so he's going online because he's panicked. He's still, see, you have to conquer fear. And that's what I'm learning too. So you see his stuff and you look at it, you panic and you go run online. April 12th, they're going to do this. And they probably not, now. If he goes through he has his own spiritual team. He has ancestors. He has spirit guides. You can't just say, oh, they probably even sending him psychotronic thoughts. And so let's see what else he was saying. Let's see if I don't
want to fucking do it right now. I don't want to fucking have a massage therapist massage me right now. Can you get her the fuck? Give a fuck. No.
Are you serious right now?
I'm dead ass. Have
family ties.
Ask me any question.
Oh, okay. You talking to us, Ryan?
Yes. Ask me any question.
Okay. So he's zooted and he's in two different planes right now. And you would think, oh, that's a manic episode. No, not quite.
I respect you because you're not disowning me.
I'm not gonna disown you. You got shit. We got your back over here, bro.
See, it's people that's gonna have his back. It's people that know. It's people that's waking up. See, when it happened with me, my people threw me to the fucking woods. My people crucified me to the woods. I know for a fact that there was assassination attempts on me, death rituals with covens and spells and all. I went through the ringer with these motherfuckers because I don't have that influence and whatnot, and I'm not male. And then Ryan Garcia is famous, so I'm glad that there's people having his back. This makes me ecstatic to see motherfuckers have his back. Okay, because that means when other people, because I'm telling you for a fact that this is going to happen to other humans, millions, and some of you are going to go on the line, some of you are not, some of you are just going to go to your family members, whatever. But at least like you recognize it when you see it. Same stuff that was happening with this shit happened to Kanye West all the damn time. His MK Ultra stuff break all the damn time. And even for those that say, oh, he's cloned, that's not him. That shit still won't break too. That's the funny part. I personally don't think it's a clone. I do think that they do, again, from what I know from the spiritual realm, from what I was able to see, if it breaks, what they do is, because this is not even spiritual. This literally happened to me in a restricted access area. They do like a ritual. They go around in a circle and they do these chants, whatever. I guess that is to bring your energy down or to do something where it closes the pineal gland. And they give you a fucking drug. They give you all types of shots to close your pineal gland, to calcify it rather. Right. And so with me, they forced me to take something to calcify my pineal gland. And so this is going to happen to so many of you, and you're not going to be so quick to just write people off and say they're crazy and do what you've been doing in the past. And that's God's irony for the human race, because this happens to millions of brilliant people throughout the world that would never be known, that have gotten killed, that have gotten put in mental institutions, that have gotten unalived by suicide. All types of horrific things have been happening to humans because of these cults and covens and satanic people. And nobody speaks out, and everybody acts scared. Everybody try to play dumb, and them days are no more. Them days are gone. People are going to get exposed. Whole ass people are going. It is the end of this paradigm. And the beings that they thought that they had on lock, like the Osirises and the Tahudis that they thought was like these demons that was going. I don't know what they thought they was going to be on a side or something. Them entity, the real energies of those primordial, the real primordial energies of those deities don't want nothing to do with nothing so low level. Keeping humans locked, keeping humanity enslaved in consciousness and in fear, harming innocent children. Like, nah, man, come on now. Ain't no real high level God gonna deal with no shit like that. And you summon them, and they gonna go for them shit like that. And you summon Osiris and all this stuff. These and they think because it's a free will planet that you could do without willed, right? This is the Aleister Crowley teaching. Y'all said listen to a white man tell y'all that shit. Good luck on y'all. And it was Black Americans following that shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And that's why I'm like, who told? Like, there's still universal laws. We always followed very very particular cosmology. What are y'all doing? Why did y'all walk in that den of iniquity? Why did you, as some of you Black Americans, why did y'all sign those contracts? Why did you get involved in that stuff? Why did you join them societies? Why did you do that? And then when shit hit the fan, and when you have a prophet sent to you to prophesize to the people, to lift up the people, and to take care of the people, the first thing y'all do is y'all have y'all Black gatekeepers go and sell them out. Like what y'all try to do with me, Young Pharaoh, Fred Hampton, so many. So Darren Sales, so many Black Americans, Sandra Bland, so many people that got very powerful energy markers that were taken out either through discrediting campaigns, forcing drugs on them, killing them, or blacklisting them, or targeted harassment campaigns. Like this I know y'all like to be in this stage of delineation, and we in this stage of thinking that we are so high and mighty and nothing ever is going. You let them niggas give you a fake ass sword in the spiritual realm if you want to. You let them niggas pump your head up and give you a spiritual sword if you want to, versus getting some tough love and be really getting up out of this shit. You pick your poison. But you're gonna have I got a lot of lessons to learn, because a lot of y'all talk about, oh, this system is wicked, the white supremacy system is this, and it's gonna be this, and but you involved in it, and you protect it, and you keep it open, you keep it together in terms of like you claim, y'all want to be separate, and y'all want to break free or whatever, but you practicing Satanism just like they are. What makes you think that you were so different? What makes you think that you about to be so spared than them in the eyes of the galactic universe, in the eyes of the pendulum swinging in terms of this judgment I was talking about, the renewal, the awakening? What makes you think that you were just off the hook, but you did fucked up shit to your own people? Are y'all doing fucked up shit to each other? Or you help the government sell your people out? Like, what makes you think that y'all just off the hook? And that's why I'm like, oh, especially you already know who I'm coming for, because I've spoken high and mighty about my grievances with what happened to me, and I'm going to continue to, because I want justice. I do. Now, some of that could be anger and resentment, and I'm honest enough to say I'm working on that, healing from that, and know that it's not going to serve me, and consciously and mindfully aware of my tenacity for righteous indignation, and I will not let that blind me. As a spiritual ascended master, I will not let that blind me. But there is a difference between justice and vengeance, in terms of the energies that I got to work through, in terms of, because I know I'm a hothead. I know I'm a fire spirit, fire God. And so I'm not going to be one that just let people walk all over me and turn cheeks and all this stuff, and turn the other cheek and all this stuff. No, that ain't Dragon Rider's blood. That's not Yeshua's blood. That's not in our blood. I don't care what they told y'all in that Bible. They lied about that part. They added that in. Yeshua was not about just letting people just run up on him, slap him around, do all types of crazy stuff to him. No, there was no turn the other cheek. Somebody added that in there to keep y'all docile, because I know for a fact that he's a hothead just like me. And if you are to step on our toes or do anything crazy to us, we will fight back. That's just as simple as that. Now, in the event that we are in a physical body, physical flesh, and we get locked up, or you get overpowered, like in his case, overpowered by the Roman government and a Roman army, and then your own people sell you out, the Jews sell you out, just like they did to me. Then what? Then they put you on a cross, and then what? Then you can't overpower them. That's different. But then it was still known who he was when he did finally resurrect. And all that's symbolic, and that could be symbolic, but I do think that I know for a fact that you can resurrect from death. I know for a fact that somebody could try to physically kill you, and you can defeat death. That I know that you can do for a fact. For a fact, I know that you can do that. So that's why I do believe that story about dying and resurrecting. And he's not the only one that did it. I did it. I know there's other people that can do it. That you would be dead. Like I'm talking about, like they come in, they stab you. You getting stabbed up. You bleed, whatever, and you supposed to be dead, DEAD, and then your ass still walking around living. Your ass, you wake up and pop up as a apparition in physical form. I know for a fact that can take place. I don't doubt it at all. I don't doubt it at all. Nope. Won't get me to doubt it. Because I know some shit. You know? And so when, I'm very honest about myself. Yes, I'm working on my resentment towards what had happened to me, how my people treated me. I am working on that. Because I do demand justice, though. I do demand justice in the spiritual realm for what had happened. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And that's why heads are rolling. And that is why systems are falling, whole ass entire systems. And people are getting their upcomings, and it's going to be more for people that was involved. And that was a high level hit. That was a high level ritualistic sacrifice that they tried to do to me. And so I ain't letting that go. I'm like, hell no. But at the same time, I can't live in that space and be all angry and whatnot. I know I have my adjutants and egregores that are working that out. I know the family that made the entire hit. They call the government that made the call, but at the behest of the elite family that did it, because it was one of the bloodline families that did it, because they looked for sacrifices. They've been sacrificing people all for forever. And it been Black American lineage that they've been doing it to, Indian lineage, very powerful bloodlines that they know who is who based on their genealogy that Black American don't know. You can stick you a nigga in the hood, just like George Floyd. Thought he was a nigga in the hood doing fentanyl. And he had a certain bloodline genealogy. They know his whole genealogy. He doesn't come from the Hebrew royal bloodline. He comes from a different. He's still royal bloodline, but he comes from more of the. It's related to Ramses, and so as far as that, it's not the EM2 haplogroup. What is it? It's one of them genes that is only found in some of these royal pharaohs that are in about 10% of Black Americans. This is science. You could actually look this up. Like, is it about 10%? The Thoya gene is about 1 in 7 Black Americans. So when they look for who they about to get, who they about to sacrifice, who they about to do a hit on, they know these epigenetics. They got. Come on, you give your blood in these banks, whatever. They study this shit. The people that work at the medical field, they are occultists. They need to wake up, and so they know who's who with their DNA. So with George Floyd, you just think, oh, it's some crackhead. So it's just a innocent. Nah, man, ritual like that. Come on, that's the same ritual they've been doing for thousands of years. Wake up, and so they wanted that energy. And they knew exactly who he was. It's just the Black Americans don't know who they are. It's like I didn't know who I was, And this is what they do. They get your own people on it, and then sometimes it's planned out from the higher levels, where the Masonic police, and so like they'll have like a Sandra Bland that was a sacrifice, Korean gang sacrifice. Like these are things that they already plan in advance, and they'll play out in a physical realm in the form of like, oh, you think of the police is stopping you and whatever. And whatnot. This is how it looks with Black American culture. It looks much different, say, if you're European. But it has happened into all ethnicities. I'm just saying from my frame of reference of how it looks like in my community. And so, yes, when you hear me lamenting on and on about what happened to me and not letting up, and it's been 2 years, and you see the justice play. You see, like, since 2022, since I've made those announcements, big monumental changes have occurred in this world since I said it was going to happen. I can release that. I can make that video public of me talking about judgment in 2022 and what was going to happen. And I can re-release that Twitter space from 2022 about what was going to happen on this planet, about what God's was coming through. And that same day it happens, the CERN portal was open. And so the reason why I talk about it so much is because I went through a very traumatic experience where people try to make it play on my top, try to act like the spiritual realm is not real and you just went crazy. And I just don't respect that. You know, I don't respect, because they knew. The thing, it hurts because they knew, because these were occultists and these are people that are in secret societies, and they knew exactly what I was going through, and it was spiritual, and that I was having this quantum entanglement stuff, and that I was chosen by certain primordial Godhead to deliver certain message to my people. Now that could be all of humanity, or it could just be, Black Americans. But they try to play me, and they try to kill me. And so since that has happened, there's so many things going on with Hollywood. There's so many things going on with these elite families. You see what happened with Jacob Rothschild. You see what happened with all these people, with the royal family, and all. It's going down. It's going down, because I said it was a change of guard coming in, and we mean that. We mean business. Black Americans, you want to sit up there and treat your messenger like that, and go with a popularity contest and go and treat people the way you have treated me. There's price to pay for that. I didn't deserve that. Now, was it everybody? No. And so why would I go after it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to hurt my community, or like to do, to do wrong by my community. I'm just disappointed, but it's not everybody that was in on that. But I'm just saying it's hurt because it was like a lot of people that knew the truth and just was quiet about it. And what I'm happy about now is what God expressed to me is that y'all will not be able to play them games no more with people. As far as like trying to play them crazy and trying to gaslight them or try to lock them up and kill them and all that stuff, them days are so gone. People are getting exposed. There are very powerful entities on this planet, 45D beings, that are going to expose some very powerful information about what's going on. And so people like Ryan are going to be vindicated. People like, obviously, Cat Williams is already vindicated. He's already being vindicated. Kanye West is already being vindicated. People that are not as well known, not as well influential, are being vindicated, like myself. And so when it happens to you, when your pineal gland gets split open, and when you have your awakening, your blitzkrieg awakening, lightning bolt awakening, when you start to see things and you get messages and you get shown things, and you try to tell, because the same thing about him talking about these kids, and this July 2023. I was literally this was a tweet that I was, oh, I can't believe, because at this point, like, the primordial mother had this energy. It was a quantum entanglement session with God. And I'll never forget, because I was looking back, I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I had to delete it because I got kind of scared myself, because I was calling out same thing he was doing with the elites. Y'all sit up there doing this to these children, and y'all innocent babies. Oh, hell no. Like, I remember I literally tweeted that. But again, you're in the spiritual, you're seeing stuff in two different realms, and you just go on, and you don't have this situational awareness of planet Earth. You have situational awareness of galactic infinite intelligence, infinite possibility, infinite soul, infinite spirit. That's what you feel. That's why he gets saying, I'm a God, because you have the awareness that you are an infinite spirit, and that you're connected to God, and that you are one with God, and that you are bliss consciousness, and that you can do anything you want, for some of us that are chosen. That shit is a feeling that you could never, ever describe to someone. You would never be able to really, the only thing that you will be thinking is, like how he was saying, I'm a God. And that's how I was screaming and saying, I'm a God. And then it got real because your ass would be pointing at turning the lights off with your fingers and moving shit with your hands and all types of shit, and it get real. It get real. So y'all be careful out here. Y'all be careful and don't be playing on Ryan Garcia. Stop trying to make it seem like he just went motherfucking crazy, because he did not go crazy. He don't get nothing out of this. They about to try to lock this man up. They probably they may try to kill him. I hope not. Now, I'm thinking he has a hedge of protection over him, because it's a lot of parallels between what happened to me in 2022 and 2023 and what the same thing that's going on with him. And I got a feeling that he is from, again, a lot of you humans, you think that you're just human and you're a hybridization of various entities, various species from different constellations. Okay, Enoch try to tell you that. Rick Veda try to tell you. I mean, come on, this is not new information. This is information that's thousands of years old. I'm sorry if this is like news to you guys, but a lot of you are hybridization. So that means a lot of you have certain light codes from various constellations and are connected. You're considerably more powerful than what you think you are, is what I'm saying. And so, say with Ryan Garcia's situation, say for instance, he's from the Atlantean dimension, or he has Atlantean light code, Andromedian light code, Chaos Intelligence light code. Sound like if he's from Chaos Intelligence realm, he's good. He'd sit talking shit, whatever. He ain't do nothing to him. Even Atlantean. Okay, so I don't know nothing about Ryan Garcia in terms of like, this is my first time ever hearing about this man. So I'm, as far as him being boxing and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is, if he has a certain light code, let's say it's this Atlantean light code, then nothing's going to happen to him. Nothing's going to happen, because it is Atlanteans in this dimension that are 45D beings that are protecting their own people. And some of that includes humans. Now, I told y'all that months ago. That's what they were doing. If they're from the Chaos Intelligence realm, nothing is absolutely going to happen to this man. Now, however, if he doesn't, and say it's like, because again, let's be real, certain interdimensional species are more powerful than other interdimensional species. And Anunnaki are more powerful than the Greys. Let's just be real. And people can get mad and say, oh, you're talking about aliens and it's more important things to talk about. This is spirit. We're in a spiritual war. We're in a spiritual warfare. I need to wake up. You will wake up. And I will be vindicated. And y'all all will be talking like this. Way more than me. And so y'all could try to play me now, but y'all are going to be talking about interdimensional travel, interdimensional beings, quantum entanglement, quantum superpositioning. You're going to be talking about all types of shit. Quantum leaping, ideal parallel universes, all this shit that I'm talking about, y'all all gonna be talking about. And I'm gonna get my credit. Y'all not about to sit up here and write me out of my narrative and then take my shit. And y'all, that's another thing that y'all humans like to do down here. And so what I'm saying is, if he comes from certain dimension, he has certain light codes in him. That's what I meant when I said they may touch you, they may not. Some humans, unfortunately, are mixed in with homunculus deity DNA. Some of them are mixed in with fallen angel blood, satanic blood. Even if you do have fallen angel blood, that can still be a very powerful bloodline. It has to be the original one, not the homunculus one. Not the homunculus that the fallen angels created. It has to be the real one. Say if you're really, say some of us that are descendants of dragon riders, say Hebrew bloodline, Jewish blood, Jew bloodline, the original bloodline, not the imposter. You would have the same, you have the Atlantean, dragon, Chaos Intelligence realm, and Yeshua and Lucifer. Why? Because they come from the same damn dimension at one point. They still from the Chaos Intelligence realm. They're still from the descendants of dragon riders. They still, those are the entities that created the Atlantean and Hebrew bloodline. And so let's say you fall into, oh, well, my bloodline mixed in with the fallen angels. You still could be considerably more powerful. But if not, and say like you come from like the satanic, because it's unfortunate, but they have created their own species too that can come as human. They could appear human rather. And those beings that if they wake up or if they speak out, they may not have that protection. Because again, there's levels to this. Not all interdimensional beings have the same amount of power. You can ascend to that level, but like say those from the Atlanteans, Andromedians, Avians, these even the Lemurians and Pleiadians, These are not just like low level beings. Like these are not, they're powerful. They're powerful beings. And guess what? Atlanteans are more powerful than Pleiadians and Lemurians. Okay. It just is what it is. Chaos intelligence beings is the beings that created everything. It just is what it is. Then you have angels. You know what you guys will call angels. I want to get into this. Spirit telling me don't go any deeper. But so I got a feeling that I'm hoping that his family don't come from like one of them homunculus bloodlines. But I got a feeling I'm almost positive he comes from a Masonic bloodline that dabbled into ritual. And I'm hoping that they are awake. He was awakened because he has some light codes that needed to be awakened, whether that be like the Atlantean light code, dragon blood, whatever, dragon riders. I'm hoping that it's something that where he got the protection. He got to have that protection. He got to. And even if they get him a couple years from now, okay, whatever, his work is done, and they're gonna pay for it. Let's say they do try to kill him, and he's a chaos intelligence being, or he a dragon rider or something. Oh hell, gonna break loose. Oh, they're gonna have to pay for that. You have to pay for that. Even attempting to kill a chaos intelligence being or an Atlantean, you even attempting, your ass is paying for it. That's why people are paying for what they try to do to me. His head's rolling behind that. Like, we're not playing that shit no more. We said there's a change of guard. The treaty is done. The treaty is up. The treaty that these interdimensional beings had to rule this planet, that treaty is over. That's why you see Hollywood falling. That's why you see the political arena is going to fall. That's why you see the intelligence agency is going to fall. That's why you're going to see certain things. I'm telling you, we're being revealed. Certain cults, certain behaviors, certain things that was going on. I've been saying that for a minute now. It's all going to be revealed because it is a change of guard. We're going into the age of divine feminine Christ consciousness. Now that's an octave. These are various octaves of resonances that's going to hit this planet. Octaves of Yeshua, octaves of Kalima. I'm one of them. It's going to be more. Just like it just is what it is. I don't understand. Like, it's not my fault that humans was lied to for thousands of years, and then he didn't understand shit and was brainwashed by dogmatism and brainwashed and lied to. And then like when entities come, or when angels and octaves of gods try to come and get you information or try to help you guys don't know nothing, so you guys call them crazy. And I understand that, some of the angels, we can be, some of the angels are obnoxious. I already explained to you what age they are in the heavenly realm compared to on planet Earth. I already told you guys that. And so where you guys are expecting this Wobi Kenobi, saintly, this weird conceptions that you have about a gods or about angels. Oh, y'all in for a motherfucking rude awakening. That I can tell you now. Shit, you get a demon that will be nicer to your ass and smile because they're trying to trick your ass and get something out of you, get you to sell something, get you to give them something, so they'll be nicer to your ass than an angel will, because an angel don't need nothing from you, and they already kind of like they're very, very advanced compared to you, but they already a hothead still, and they don't have a lot of patience for the foolishness. They don't have a lot of patience for humans' foolishness. And so all this stuff that y'all think, they ain't gonna be mean and just, make you a slave or beat your ass or nothing. But at the same time, all this stuff that y'all thinking, all these projections that y'all put on these angels and on these gods about, they didn't do this right. They were mean, and they in their ego, or they flexed. They did this. What do you think happens in the heavenly realm? I told y'all that angels is ages 5 to 10 in the chaos intelligence realm. They flex and do all types of obnoxious shit, just like a kid, like a 5-year-old down here would do. Just like don't 5-year-olds do some obnoxious shit? 10-year-olds say obnoxious shit. It's the same thing in the heavenly realm. And so y'all gonna get a rude awakening. Like, as we ascend this planet, yes, everything will be better and fair for people. More balance, more peace, more love. Yeah, that's all true, and all that justice and all that. Yeah, that's all true. But all this stuff that these humans been doing, all this arrogance and not listening, all that stuff, nah. And you going to to the angels for you going to us for help. You going to Archangel Michael asking for help, but they don't want to put in the work. That's another thing. You're too lazy. Don't want to put in the work to ascend, but then want to put yourself on that same level as someone who does do the work, as an ascended master. But don't do none of the fucking work, or think that you can do without wilt and not do any of the spiritual ascension work. But then want to go and take a shortcut and conjure up some demon to do some work for your ass. Like nah, people don't got patience for that. It's like what? And then when somebody tell your ass off, now you want to act like, oh, we're the bad guy. Nah, no. So let's continue seeing what Ryan Garcia had to say. I'm about to get up off of here. I'm gonna do another video on another topic.
Shit, I know what you talking about. I believe what you saying, straight like that. All right, so whoever got a question for Ryan Garcia, please come up right now. MV Turtle, D Sauce, y'all got any questions that y'all want to ask the young man?
Where'd you find the courage, brother?
By God.
By God. I told you.
That's the only. Why do you think I have so much? Why do you think I have so much evidence on everybody? I could tell you what you only know, and I'm only speaking to you in a space. I guarantee you, if you give me 10 questions about yourself,
Wow. So this okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question, Ryan. This footage that you say that you have, you said you had some pictures or some tapes or something about Bohemian Grove. Like you said that you was gonna like release it at the right time. What do you think is the right time to release this information, Ryan? What is the right time for you?
I don't.
Okay. And so it's a lot. I know it's a lot that he had. Let's look at this.
Our family coming up.
I'm trying to see because it's like they deleting this stuff and trying to, the handler is trying to. So I wish I could see it. Damn. And I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time getting his original tweets, getting even just the screenshots.
Our family coming up.
See, I can't really see that. I know y'all can't
Our
see
family
it.
coming up.
Let's see. Maybe we could. What if we do it like that? Okay. That'll work.
Our family coming
on
up.
the screen. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Why do you think that in scary movies they always use priests from Catholic Church because they are molesters and they allow you to disrespect God? See, yeah, he's zooted and booted. He's zooted and booted. They don't woke his the Godhead and hit him with the lightning.
Our family coming up.
Awakening. Wait, I'm the bad guy for calling out an institution that has unbelievable number of rape and molestation. I'm the bad guy. I'm the crazy one. See, his programming broke. He ain't crazy. Sometimes I crack jokes, but now what if I'm dead serious? Look it up. Everybody getting real quiet now, and that's when he started to get a little, because this is they get scared because he's talking so much. He telling the truth. They did this to me. I just didn't have no follower or nothing. But I was talking the same stuff. I know what this looks like. I know what this feels like. And it's gonna happen to millions of you. This is the prophecy from God. This is millions of you going to be doing the same thing. So you're going to think very twice. You're going to think longer hard before you sit up there and call people crazy. How slick I was going in and out of the files. See, he probably was in it. Honestly, like when he talk about how slick I was going in and coming out with the files. Now, the thing is, I have to say, now this part, he might really saw files in the astral realm. I don't know if he really got actual files. Because when I was telling you how I was able to see people's soul contracts and see all their contracts, I didn't have access. Like I don't have the actual contracts, but I was able to read and see it in the spiritual realm. He probably was seeing files and shit. I just don't know if he actually got them. And so, and again, that's another thing. You come out and he sound manic, and you go out and you realize like, oh shit, you in a 3D realm still, 3, 4D, 5D realm still. Y'all ass ain't that. So let's see. I mean, I hope I'm wrong on that, but let's see. He said they actually have the files of Jesus, the Ark of the Covenant, and the giants, the clones, the aliens, files, and everything. They are the ones that let me in. They play their ass. Yeah, they do. All that shit is true. No, don't I got videos talking about the Ark of the Covenant and the aliens? I'm telling you, like I saw this shit in the spiritual realm myself. I saw it all, and so he going deep. He going in now. He better be for this chaos intelligence realm. That's all I better be an Atlantean, Ryan. Because if you are, then welcome home, brother. And you good. You good. But the thing is, we can't guarantee, like, this mission and with this stuff going on, species, we come from different I don't know if I should be getting into all this. These different constellations, we can't always guarantee the protection of certain species. Now, I will have to say Pleiadians and Lemurians did have my back when it was all going down before some of the other entities could help. But I'm just hoping that he got the same amount of protection. Like he's good. Like I'm praying that he got that same amount of protection. Like I'm hoping that they just helping him. I'm hoping that he's gonna be good. I'm hoping that he's not too far in with these people. I hope they don't got a contract on his ass. It's another way that makes it really hard to fight. If you sign contracts, if they got packs, if he was doing any type of contract stuff or signing packs, it also makes it harder to protect him, believe it or not. And I've been speaking about that for months. Like it makes it harder to protect. Unless the contract was done by parents or something, then it's illegal. If somebody else tried to do a contract on you and you didn't do it yourself, or he was deceived, then it's illegal. And so if he falls into that category, he's also good as well. But if you knowingly, it makes it harder. If you knowingly took an oath to the system, if you knowingly took it, it makes it a lot harder. I'm not saying it's impossible. I can't relate to it. I don't know how to get out of that because I never done that. But I'm saying I know from the spiritual realm that it makes it harder. This is why Wendy Williams is in the situation she's in. That contract she signed, it makes it harder to get out of them pacts and that you took, them oaths that you took to those entities. And so, I don't think that may be the case with Ryan, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out because this is spiritual. I hope you guys realize that. Let's see what else he's been saying. As long as I don't create a lie, I will be okay. See, okay. So I guess he must have had the Godhead speak to him too. So you guys will understand who I actually am. This is so fascinating because I had prophesized that these celebrities were going to be coming forth and that humans was going to be coming forth doing this, saying these things. And it just makes me excited to see it playing out because I'm like, damn, I'm actually not going to be the only one. Like me talking like this is going to be very, very common in some decades of me talking about the interdimensional, the Atlanteans, and the chaos intelligence beings, and the Lemurians, and is going to be common knowledge. I gotta grow up. I mean, I'm tired of it. I feel like I'm the only one that can understand my motherfucking ass, and I'm just happy to see that there's other people out here that's waking up. Shit, man. Imagine you exposing the world and the people's closest want you to stop. Same thing happened to me. It's okay. It happened to me while there is kids being killed. I'll say the same thing. Every second, innocent babies' lives lost, and you want me to stop. Honey, welcome home, Ryan Garcia. Welcome to the family. God, we just so happy to see somebody, especially an influential person, speak on the behalf of righteousness and speak on the behalf of truth and speak on the behalf of the God body, because we are tired of this stuff too. And so he said, imagine exposing, and you're being told every second. You're being told by the people that closest to you, the same thing that happened to me. People that closest to you want you to stop. Say, oh, please don't tell. Please don't say these things. They want to do this to you. And we'll see what kind of. I want to see what kind of being he is, though. What's about the Gaza kids being killed? I hear the cries. Sorry it took me so long to stand up for y'all. As the Bible prays for Jerusalem, as the Bible requires you to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Although it's wrong to be killing everywhere on both sides, I'm calling for peace. I'm calling for peace in the Middle East. Yet people are leaving me because of the hate and pain of a long history of hurt. Ryan, life matters. Who is going to stand with me till the wheels fall off? See? This is the same shit I was doing in 2022, and people really was like, what? It gets real. His pineal gland just popped open, that's all. If he ain't lying, though, he's in the spiritual realm. Why do you think I'm losing and gaining followers at a super fast rate? Because both sides of the war and raging. Before I remember, love God with all your heart and mind and soul. Love one another. See ya. Yep. I don't care. I'll lose all my followers, monies, endorsements. I'm the richest man alive. In the spirit. That's how I felt too. I know how this shit feel. I know exactly what he's feeling. where you don't care if you lose it, all monies, all anything. You know what? Once you come into contact with the Godhead and you know who you are in the spiritual realm, it's a wrap. I'm telling you. Most humans, they fall for that okie doke. Remember Jim Carrey said, I wish I could give everybody fame and money and fortune so that you could see that ain't about shit. What did Kanye West say? I made billions just so I could show you that they ain't shit. He literally, Kanye West literally said that. Like, they trying to tell you. These are celebrities trying to tell you these things. I almost fell in that trap. I'm telling you, I almost fell walked straight right into that trap. So I know what it looks like. But once you experience who you really are in the spiritual realm, who you really are, and what this is all about. Oh, it's really, if you experience equanimity, even if you don't experience like, oh, I had to talk with God, but if you just experience equanimity, I'm telling you, that's a wrap. Once humans experience, and there's gonna be so many of you, so millions of you experiencing equanimity after this blitzkrieg awakening. Once you get equanimity, bliss consciousness, that feeling is unshakable. Ain't nothing in this world gonna matter to you. Now you still may be, be distracted. It take you some while. You may still watch your shit, watch your movies, do whatever, maybe even drink, but I'm telling you that those feelings, those are indescribable feelings. That stuff changed you for the rest of your life. You'll be changed for the rest of your life, and this feeling that he's saying, I don't care, I lose all my followers, I'm the richest man alive. And they trying to play him, oh, you crazy. Same thing they did with Yeshua, same thing they did with me. No, he's trying to tell you, I'm rich in spirit. I'm an infinite being. I'm infinite. I'm rich. You know how people say that I'm a trillionaire in the spirit world? Like I ain't gonna hold you. I don't have much money. I have much of nothing in this physical realm. They try to get me to sign contracts and all types of shit, offer me stuff. They try to do the same thing to me. But I know that spiritual realm, I would be a fucking idiot to do something, to fall for anything in this realm. I would. I mean, I would be taking a shitty ass deal, just like Prince took a shitty deal, just like Michael Jackson. These were literal, like, Prince spiritual powers. Prince is like it's like being a trillionaire. It's like being a trillionaire to settle for like $5-10 million. This is what Black Americans, this is what so many humans fall for, and so that's what he's trying to tell you guys. He said, I'll lose all my followers, my money, endorsement. I'm the richest man alive. He had equanimity in mind. He had a bursted crown chakra. And yes, sometimes you sound manic when it happens. And so he knows what that feels like. That feeling, a feeling like oh shit, that's what I look forward to. In regards to how long it takes. Whether that feeling is priceless. It's a priceless feeling. And guess what? So many millions of humans it's gonna happen to you. Even some of you NPCs. Let's see what he said. I'm changing my okay, let's see what else he's saying. Why do you think I'm okay? Wait, okay, I just want to see. Oh, am I replaying this? Or did it already play all the way? I want to make sure I'm probably replaying all of it.
Our family, I'm gonna.
Okay, so we saw that. So let me see. How do I? Okay, I guess I go back here. Oh, I just do this, right? Here. Okay, so what was this one? Let's look at this one. Okay, how do we do it again? Oh, we gotta go here, make it bigger, and then start over. Okay, to hijack everything from God and try to make it theirs. Yes, they do. Like, for example, the Aussie and I. See, this is what I was saying the same shit. I wrote a whole book on this, okay? I wrote a whole book on it that I published, like, literally. Like, for example, the Aussie and I, they really try to make it seem like they're somewhat Illuminati. It's, in reality, in the Bible, it speaks of eyes covering the wings of the angels in their bodies. So stop trying to make the things of God appear evil. There's many examples. Yes, they do. He's right. He's right. They ain't gonna understand you, and they are eventually gonna get what you're saying. I put this shit all in the book, talking about all types of stuff of the same nature, of the misinterpretations of ancient knowledge from the chaos intelligence realm, from primordial mother teachings, the teachings of very primordial beings that got they shit perverted. I was saying that, and so he's right. He's right on this. If I can't prove these claims, I can don't say no shit like that. I know what see. I get it. This post has been deleted. See how he's deleting this stuff? 80,000 views. If I can't prove these claims, you can prove it. I have a whole team with the files and every claim and every possible information, evidence I have, and will prove it in the court of law. Take them to the Supreme Court, and I'm going to defend these claims. I will go out my way to defend every single one of these claims, go to court, stand before a judge, and prove every single one of these claims. He right. He zooted and booted. I'm telling you that feeling of you in a different spiritual. I have no judgment. I have no judgment, and I believe it. Now I'm thinking that again, he's just in two different realms, talking his shit, and then that's the only thing you just have to be careful with. But and his handlers are freaking out because this is money, this is a bag to them. This all the handlers CMS, and so they're gonna try to put him up on drugs, try to get him to admit that he had a nervous breakdown, all this stupid shit. Ain't nothing happened to him. I know what this is about. I'll play these games with people if y'all want to. Bryce, hell, sorry to do this to you, but apologize for messing with underage kids. Remember, Taylor had told me and showed me you need to repent and stop hiding behind TikTok and its clout. Ooh. Bro, starting that war here. Take me to the, okay. The demon bot's working hard, but I work harder. The role of a prophet is to warn. See, that's the same shit I was saying. I'll show you the videos from 2022. I'm a prophet. I know what it is. I know what it is. He's a watcher. And he just had his blitzkrieg awakening. Exposing the pedophiles, exposing the elites, and bringing truth to all as a part of the camp. There's going to be millions of y'all doing this. This is the egregores of the Atlantean dimension down here that's snapping people's DNA, awakening people's DNA too. I told y'all about that in the video. They were going around doing this to people. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let's see what this one is.
Yeah, let him in real quick. Let him in. Let him in.
Let him up.
All right, Don.
Yo, I hope everything all good. Thanks for having me up. I guess I'll just ask for on behalf of everyone. The rituals that you experience, were they any religion that was attached to it that you believe? That you could say that
It's all about Satan. Satan, satanic. What do you mean? They eat little kids. That's just fucking sick, bro. Yeah, that's what this attached to. And I'm calling to all people that feel like they sold their soul. You can't sell your soul.
See, you're talking to Hollywood. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that want out, which I told y'all in that P. Diddy video. They want out. And so that's why he's talking to them like it's satanic. It is. And what he's saying is you can't. I'm talking to all the people who think that they sold, watch this part.
The soul, I'm your lawyer. You can't sell your soul because it never belonged to you, nor does it belong to the devil. It belongs to God. So remember, that contract is vetoed. I got y'all.
See, he's saying that contract is vetoed. And I'm thinking that he really may come from the chaos intelligence room because he's talking in a way where he has he can intercede on behalf of them. Them contracts are illegal. They are in the universe, in the galactic sense. And so when he's saying, I've already explained that to you guys earlier. We already went through that. I'm not going to do it again, but it's interesting. And I'm just hoping that he's going to be okay.
Oh, it's vetoed. Hit me up. You're coming to the right side. Praise Jesus. I'm your lawyer today. Tell Satan, oh, wait, that wasn't my soul to give. My bad. We vetoed that shit.
In other words, Ryan, you saying it's kind of like a car, right?
That sold their soul. Every single one of them. If you sold your soul and you're still alive and you're scared and you're feeling pressured by them and the devil, hit me up. I got y'all. I'm going to defend y'all.
This is the same shit I was talking about 2 years ago. Like, people saw there's octaves dealing with the low. I was doing the same thing with these contracts, and I was seeing that shit. They are doing an investigation. From what I do know is that there is an investigation being done, and that stuff with that I do know that it's illegal. See, I don't know what he's talking about, like where it's not yours to sell. I personally didn't see all that part, but I do remember seeing people's stuff, and I remember saying instantly knowing it was illegal when I was seeing people sold contracts and stuff that they were signed to. I knew it was illegal. I knew that some people was deceived and didn't know what the fuck they was getting into. And I knew that some of it was homunculus deities and not the original imposter deities who were saying that they were certain deities that they're not. I did know that instantly when I was looking at people's stuff. And it made me really sad. I was like, damn, what the hell is going on? And I realized real what planet Earth was. I didn't know what planet Earth was. You know, I was like, whoa, I couldn't believe this was going on down here on planet Earth. I found it so crazy. And so he's on to something with that. Because that's the same thing when I was waking up, the first thing I was talking about contracts for hours. Oh, I seen so-and-so's contract. Oh, this contracts are switched over. Them contracts was swarmed from that homunculus deity though. He's still, again, these are old energies on this planet. They can still go around and trick you into making it seem like you got to go along with that stuff. Or some people even getting tortured, you know, they even created a hell of their own in consciousness, you know. So it's deep. And so I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but from what I am seeing and from what I do know, again, things have to play out. This stuff has already been won in the spiritual realm. It's like a lag down here. I wish it wasn't, but it is. But I know in the higher realms of things, I know it's tribunals going on. I do know that it's investigations from the GIA going on. I do know that there are very powerful entities on this planet in human form and in realms you can't see. 45D beings on this planet. I do know that there are egregores from God's army on this planet. I that's what I know. And so things have to play out. And so, yes, there are people that are going to be collateral damage on both sides. But however, the war is already won as far as the spiritual, this stuff that's been going on planet Earth. That's already in our favor. It's already in our favor. And the truth of it is that many of us are still here. The proof in the pudding. I mean, come on, like, I mean, if I was to tell you my story, like, it's certain stuff, like, you know how he's talking about, hello? Somebody behind my door. Hello? Somebody looking in the window. You know, that's just like the little gang stalking stuff they do when they get scared. It's like little tactics that they use. But anyways, yeah, it's already been won. It just has to play out on this. It has to play out on this room, and it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And they this is just what it is. This is just what it is. And I don't understand. Like, there was literally a person outside out of his window, looking inside of his window and making noise to do like one of them harassment stuff that they do. But anyways, yeah, it's going down in the spiritual realm. It's going down. It is going down. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. And the battle is already won. And so what Ryan Garcia talking about, what he talking about, God bless him. God bless him. And they don't want people to talk about this stuff or to know about this stuff. And it's very sad. It's very sad. Is there anything else I wanted to cover? I think that was it. Yep, it just has to play out interdimensionally. It has to play out. It's a lag. It's a lag on this planet. It's a lag. It's a big lag. And I think that when it comes to, like, you know, this stuff with like this satanic energy, it's it's so low level. It's so low. I can't even believe that this planet even descended this low. It's shocking. It's mind boggling. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I lived in a bubble for like 31 years. I couldn't see what planet Earth was for 31 years. Like, it didn't hit me because I lived in I was here. Like, you know how you in the world, but not of the world. It's a verse in the Bible that says you in the world, but not of the world. That was me. I was in this world doing whatever I needed to do, go to school, work, write books, whatever. But like, I couldn't see the depravity of it because of my vibration, my frequency was higher. And I'm not trying to put myself, I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of us on it. It's a lot of us that's like me. Like, because of our frequencies, other satanic cults, Masonic organizations, whatever, they thought it was okay to pinpoint us to try to like sacrifice or to take certain energies because of our frequencies. And we could never see it, what they were doing, because we were shielded from it until the time was right, until God wanted to reveal what this stuff was all about, until we can handle it. So we can handle it in a way where we could bounce back from it and then not crush our souls and crush our minds. That's a lot of heavy information. It's a lot of heavy information to know. It's very heavy information to even regurgitate, to even try to and the English language is not, it doesn't even have the words to express the stuff that we know. You know what I mean? Like the English language doesn't have the full cadence or the full tonality or the vibration behind it to express even the feelings that we're trying, even the things we're trying to tell you guys when we're trying to talk about like the galaxy and the different aspects of the universe and God. And we don't even have the language to really put, like, all I can say is octaves and music theory because of the frequencies. And knowing that all this energy and that all is electromagnetism. So that's the only way I can even put it, like, oh, we have to look at the octaves of certain entities and blah, blah, blah and whatnot. And so we don't even have that language. But for 31 years, I have to say, like, I lived in like a little bubble of Kali J.N.S, a bubble of Jenny. It was me and me focused on myself and wanting better for myself, of course, spiritually, and wanting to help people always. I've always been one of those that's why I've been writing books since 2020, wanting to help people, wanting to love on people. You know, compassion was always my thing growing up. I remember always telling myself, I got to be compassionate. I got to be loving. That was always my thing. And so, me awakening to what this really was about, how like I was a target, like people was looking at, people still trying to fuck with me, you know? And they do little things like, targeted harassment type stuff and things to try to throw off your frequency and vibration and whatnot. They do little stuff like that. But other than that, you know, we'll be good. And I just didn't see it. So with Ryan Garcia, all I would say is this: don't be so quick to write people off. Don't be so quick to try to say that people crazy. Don't be so quick to do that shit, because he's not crazy. And it's gonna come a time when the same thing happened to you, when it can happen to you. Then what? What are you gonna do? You wouldn't want nobody saying that about you. You wouldn't want nobody trying to play you, write you off, scare you. So don't do it to nobody else. Be very careful out here. Okay? It's going down in the spiritual realm. I don't care what NPCs try to, do to you, what type of intimidation tactics they try to do to you. Stand on truth and stand on godliness, stand on godhood. Okay? Stand on the truth and stand on godhood. So what's the verdict of what I would say? Ryan Garcia is speaking truth to power. He's speaking truth to power. He is not having a nervous breakdown. That's what he's doing. Okay, so I'm going to come back because I'm going to do another video on another topic. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye.